I want to address it with what we call deep subject clearing.
Okay.
And we did some previously, and we address the situation with open-ended questions. Let me just find here a good. Um, I want to define the subject as such as a social worker with its incidents and then an open question. Does that work for you?
Yes, it does.
Right. So we ask this series of open-ended questions to find charged incidents and areas. Once such a charged area is found, we are on the alert. Then we change to deep mode where we go into the subjective side of things.
Okay.
And our overall mission is to release all the stuck and subtle energies that we call reactive charge. Most of these energies are found in the form of feelings and emotions, but we also find stuck energy as impulses and efforts that can be caused to tensions and stiffness in the body. Uh, it can also be thoughts and so on. So there's a variety of things we take up, but you don't have to worry about it. I just want to give an instruction here also to the viewer. There's one thing I wanted to take up here from the answers you gave here, and that your boss, you had kind of an upsetting relationship. Is that correct?
Yes, she's a very, very good person. And she's very competent, but yeah, I don't think I was able to hear what she was saying to me about my performance. And yeah, there was always the underlying geopolitical tension. Um,
Right.
and
So I want to go into the deep mode where you kind of introspect and find the exact emotion, the energy there.
okay,
So in this conflict, what was the name of the other person?
Adriana,
Adriana, yeah. So in that conflict with Adriana, how did that feel in you?
frustrating. I felt
Frustrating, yeah.
angry. Um, I felt trapped.
Yeah.
Um, I felt ambushed. Um, I felt um, inadequate because I think maybe I heard some of what she was saying.
Mhm,
Um, I felt threatened, um,
mhm.
but I think the biggest emotion, to be honest, was anger. Just like,
Anger. Yeah,
why are you saying this to me?
right. So let's take a closer look at this. I want to give them numbers between 0 and 10, the
Mhm.
SUD value. So this anger, how strong was that?
I would say, let's give it an 8.
An 8, yeah. And then that was the anger. Then you said frustrated. How strong was that?
I'm going to give it an 8 also.
Also an 8, okay. The feeling trapped.
Probably a 9.
Wow. And the ambushed.
9. 9.
9 also, okay. Then there was a feeling of being inadequate.
How about a 6 for that one?
Yeah. And threatened.
9.
A 9. Right. So we have which one is the most pressing? Trapped, ambushed, uh, threatened. Which one is the most kind of pressing? Right.
I would say threatened.
Threatened, yeah. So that's the one we take up, and we'll run it a couple of times, repeat and tell. That means I repeat it slowly, and you tell anything that comes up, or you just get the feeling of it. But very often pictures and incidents and all kind of associations come up. So just keep talking about it. And I won't do much about it. I'll just keep going.
Okay.
It's like I'll mark the beat like you do in music, and you'll play the music, right?
Okay.
All right. So get this feeling of being threatened.
Right.
Good. Get this feeling of being threatened.
Right.
Okay. Get this feeling of being threatened.
Yes.
Okay. Get this feeling of being threatened.
Yeah, it's pretty strong still.
Great. And part of the process here, we consider it kind of a tangible type of energy, kind of subtle, but still tangible. Do you feel it any particular place?
Yeah, I do. I feel it on top of my head. That's
Top of
where I
it?
feel it. Um, yeah, I think that's the only place I feel it right now.
Okay. So you're welcome to put your hand there to kind of just as much as you want. You don't have to do it. Right. So get this feeling threatened.
I think it's resolving a little. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Get this feeling of being threatened.
I'd say maybe it's down to a 4. It's still there a little bit.
Yeah. Right. And get this feeling threatened.
It's pretty much resolving.
Yeah. So we'll keep it in mind and take something else for now. So we had ambushed or trapped. Which one is the most kind of interesting to you?
I would say ambushed.
Ambushed, yeah. Right. So see if you can get this feeling of being ambushed.
Yeah.
Good. And yeah, focus and use your inner eye and get this feeling of being ambushed.
Yeah.
Good. And how strong is it? Is it changing a bit?
It's resolving really quickly. That one is resolving quickly. I think it's hard to say whether that's resolving because of the attention I put on it or the fact that I recognize that it's that was an irrational response. It really was. It's just what the response I remember from that time. But yeah, that was very like fear
Uh,
based and immature. And but yeah, it does resolve quickly. And
mhm.
I think it's both of those things, both the attention placed on it and also the conceptual recognition.
Indeed. Right. So then we had this feeling trapped or being trapped. Is that around? Still?
I feel it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So get this feeling of being trapped.
Yeah.
Right. And you don't have to answer, but notice if it's sitting somewhere in particular.
It's both front and back of my throat, I'd say.
Oh, really? Yeah. Is
Yeah.
it kind of a grip around the neck or what? Or is it just front and back?
Not really. It doesn't feel like I'm being choked or anything. It's just, yeah, I noticed it there. I don't really notice it as much right now. It seems sort of fleeting. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Let's just
I
work it
feel
a
maybe
little.
some energy is moving with that.
Yeah. Let's just work it a little more.
Okay.
So this was this feeling of being trapped.
I think it's resolved. Yeah.
Great. Then we had, of course, the anger that you first mentioned. Can you get the anger of the situation?
No, I can't really. I'm just not angry about it. Not right
Yeah.
now. No.
Okay. So that sounds great. So I'll just reassess the list as you give it new numbers here. So we had this conflict with Adriana. The frustrated, what number would you give that?
2 or a 3.
2 or 3, okay, 2.5, we say. The trapped feeling,
2.
the 2, okay. The ambushed feeling,
Yeah, that's still there. I'd say a 3 or 4.
yeah. So let's do some work on that right now. So get this feeling of being ambushed.
Yeah, it actually leads to a lot of anger. Yeah,
Yeah. So get
I
the
feel that.
underlying anger also.
Mhm.
Uh, to get the feeling angry,
Yep.
good. And get the feeling ambushed,
Hmm.
all right. And get the underlying anger,
Yep.
very good. And get the feeling ambushed,
Yep.
all right.
Maybe
And
diminishing a little bit. Yeah.
yeah, can you locate that somewhere in your system?
Definitely in my face. Yeah.
Yeah, in your face, great.
Mhm.
Yeah, sometimes it's on the outside, in the biofield, the aura, these
Mhm.
energies
More on a surface on my
on
face.
the surface. All right.
Yeah. The
Uh,
muscles of my jaw, maybe.
yeah. All right. So it was just was it ambushed?
Okay, that's resolving. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's resolving nicely.
And then there was an underlying anger.
No, that's gone.
All right. Very good. So I go down the original list here. There was a feeling of being inadequate. How would you rate that now?
I don't think that one is diminished at all. Maybe a little bit. Maybe if or maybe no.
Yeah. All right. So the inadequate, was there some kind of thought in it about yourself? I'm this or that or whatever. I'm not good enough. I'm whatever.
It was all fear-based. Like I'm gonna get in trouble because I haven't done well in this situation. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I would say it was all fear-based.
Yeah.
Fear of retribution, fear of basically, yeah.
Of the boss being fired and all the rest of it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
All right. So get this feeling inadequate.
It's still there a little bit. It might be diminishing a little with attention, but it's still there a little bit. Yeah.
Right. To
Maybe a
get the
3, maybe.
yeah, to get the underlying fear of being, fired, whatever, lose your
Yeah, I wouldn't have been fired, but I it could have been disciplinary. Yeah, because I
discipline.
was
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So just get the fear for discipline as a discipline or whatever. Can you still
okay. It's
find
a memory, but it doesn't seem to have any charge.
right? That's ideal, so to speak, because then we're dealing with the charge, and when that's gone, it's a memory rather than a charged item, and then you have gained life experience. You see, but this inadequate feeling, can you still get the inadequate feeling?
Well, yes, I can still, I can still kind of key into that. Yeah,
But it's very low in number,
it's small. Yeah, I would say maybe 2.5, maybe.
2.5 down there. Yeah, right. So just tell me if it's kind of stalled there, or I'll just try to.
It seems to me like it's continuing to diminish, kind of slowly, but it's attention causes it to
Yeah,
diminish.
your attention is what brings it to life, and then it can flow. And that's kind of part of the idea behind the technique. But see if you can get the inadequate feeling.
It's there as one of several choices, but yeah, for me to enter into it, it would be like volitional. It's one of choices, but it's one of many choices, but I don't have to do it. I feel like I don't have to do it right now.
Right. So let that,
I could if I wanted to.
yeah, but that's a good position. Then you kind of cross over it to some extent. So let's rather go check the next one that was threatened that we did some work on. How does that seem now? The feeling of being threatened. Can you still get that, or is it diminished?
Only as a memory. It doesn't have any charge.
Only as a memory. Great. And the anger.
A little bit of charge. I
Yeah.
would say it's pretty much down to like maybe a 4.
Okay. So get that anger, that particular anger there about the situation with your boss there, and Riona, I think her name is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good. And get the anger,
Yes.
good. And see if you can make it stronger.
Well, yes, I can, but that causes it to diminish pretty quickly. Yeah.
Interesting. So diminish it, turn the volume down.
It's just not a rational response, and I see that now.
Okay. So see if you can make it stronger on by decision, turning up for the volume.
Not in any sustainable way. No, it
Uh,
doesn't get stronger.
great. So we'll mark that off as gone. Right. So let's move on here to, we'll just leave this particular line here and go to the next open-ended question. And that is, as a social worker with its incidents, has something been invalidated?
At work, but I think I'm going to focus on an incident that occurred. My job oftentimes, especially before the pandemic, involved assessing people for substance intoxication, basically when they came back to the program. And I made a mistake once. Um, and I said that this one client was not high and was able to come back to the program. And the client was, in fact, very, very drunk. And the person who realized that and uh, was the woman who was finding a lot of fault. I mentioned her earlier. She was finding a lot of fault with me,
Yeah.
And it was just kind of embarrassing. It was an embarrassing situation because I was wrong there, and so yeah, that was invalidated. That was invalidated.
So you kind of got, who was the person was it a boss you had or what?
No, she was a coworker. She just happened to be better than me with assessing people, but she was, especially towards the end, she was very dismissive of my work, um, and some of it was warranted, and some of it was not.
Mhm.
Um, and
Right. So let's see if we can go into her kind of dismissive attitude or
okay.
so how would you describe that, the behavior she exerted?
Well, I think I'd use the phrase tone deaf because she was very certain of her perceptions, and she was often right. Um, but I would say she found it difficult to accept opposing points of view. Um, was oftentimes pretty blinkered, unable to see other perspectives. And I think that
Yeah,
that to a great extent colored her approach to working with the clients. She actually, to be honest, my feeling is that I've always been very, very good working with clients, very good
mhm,
establishing empathy, very good, or establishing rapport, very, very good with group facilitation,
yeah.
very
Let's concentrate on what's her name. This coach,
Brianna.
Brianna. Yeah,
And I think she was always extremely jealous of that.
yeah.
And I think that some
So
of
I want to kind of stick to the kind of the feeling, the energies at this point.
Mhm.
So was she tone deaf? Is that, or was she hacking at picking on you, or what?
um never seeing my point of view. Um
Yeah.
and
So that's
um
what you call tone deaf,
yes, that's what I would say.
right? And what was there some aggression in that, or what would you say?
There certainly was in the end. She was actually actively advocating for my being sent to another program.
Oh,
Um and yeah. Um and Yeah, it became I actually locate the beginning of that because we were good friends at one time,
right.
who
But
cooperated very
let
well.
yeah. So sorry for interrupting here, but let's
Yeah.
get down to work, so to speak. So can you get this when you focus on Brianna? Can you get this her tone deafness?
Yes.
Good. So get this tone deaf.
Hmm.
Good. And Brianna, get this tone deaf,
Yes.
right? And you said aggression at a later point, perhaps, but
Right. Right. Yes.
can you get her aggression,
Hmm.
right? And get the aggression.
Yes.
Good. Get the aggression.
I'm starting to resolve.
All right. So we're going a little back and forth here since they're closely connected. So get the tone deaf.
Yes.
Good. Get the tone deaf.
Resolving pretty quickly, I'd say.
Great. So get the aggression.
A little bit still.
Yeah. And where's that sitting? The impact from the aggression? Mhm.
Eyes, maybe. Eyes.
In your eyes, right? Right. So get this aggression.
It's resolved. Yeah.
Great. And the tone deaf is resolved.
I'd say yes.
Great. So in dealing with Brianna, were there other things that coming from her?
Um, I would say no. I
No?
would say yeah. That
All right. And your own reaction to Brianna's behavior there, what would that be? We talked about,
interesting. I kind of feel that I just energetically crumple, um,
yeah,
just just kind of fold into myself,
geez,
uh,
yeah.
and that was my response to her, and that response enraged her more.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I understand. So let's look at that and see if there is some sentence it's called about yourself or something, a self-judgment or
Yeah.
whatever. But get this feeling of of crumbling.
Yes.
Good. Get this feeling of crumbling.
I think that's actually huge. Yeah.
Good. So let's do some work on it. The crumbling.
Yes.
Thank you. And get the crumbling.
Yes, it's still there.
Right. Right. And you showed me some body language is also part of what we can take up. You showed how would you crumble body-wise? Show me.
By making myself as small as possible.
Yeah, exactly. So do that just as you did right now, and kind of get the feeling of crumbling and feel how it affects your body, your posture, and so on. Yeah,
Yeah.
good. And notice if there's any self-judgment or anything.
Um, yeah, I think of fleeing. I just don't want to deal with this. I don't want to confront this. I don't want to be confronted. Um, this isn't worth my time. Um, and yeah, just withdrawal overall, just
Yeah,
withdrawal.
withdrawal and kind of, if we talk about these reaction, fight or flight, freeze.
Flight, definitely flight. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get that as an impulse to action, as a flight, withdrawal kind of thing, and just kind of demonstrate it by your posture or whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
So get
Yeah.
this impulse to flee, to withdraw, to be invisible or whatever. Yeah. So, right. And just sit with it a moment, being, invisible to the attacker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And get this impulse to withdraw, to be out of the picture. Right. And I hope you're still there. Just
Yes, I'm still there.
good. So you definitely don't have to withdraw here, just kind of mindfully observing it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So how strong is this withdrawal, this crumble?
I'd say it's still 6.
It's still a 6, yeah. So we go back to the original, the crumble. Can you get the crumble?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you still feel this impulse to kind of bend down and kind of get out of the picture, so to speak?
No, I feel it. I do feel it in my throat still,
In your
but
throat, okay.
yeah. Um, but I don't like feel a postural. No, I don't really feel like acting out the withdrawal. Yeah.
Right. It's just kind of a tool we use in session where you really kind of revitalize the original energy so we can deal with it and make it flow. So anyway, get the crumble, the feeling of crumble around the throat and so on.
It's still there a little bit.
Okay. And get the crumble energy.
Okay, it's resolving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And get the crumble.
I don't feel it.
Great. All right. Okay. So that's we're going to end the session here shortly.
Mhm.
I do want to run something positive.
Okay.
And so you were talking about part of what motivated you was to help the clients and so on. Is that correct?
Yes.
That sounded very much so. So can you recall a time you really helped the client?
Yes.
Good. And tell me shortly, briefly about it.
So I recall one situation. I actually recall many situations, but I'm just thinking one specific client.
Yeah.
He came in after a very serious suicide attempt. He had actually, in a in a pretty psychotic state, he'd actually stabbed himself 7 times,
Wow.
and he was in my facility for a 2-week stay. And I would say that in that time, basically because of interaction with me, um, we got him to a state where he's actually able to be hopeful about his life. Clearly, he had stabbed himself because he felt things were over for him.
Mm.
And yeah, I think that we did kind of, as a team and as an individual, I think uh, I did help him normalize his life.
Great.
And actually, he went on to be a good counselor himself.
Wonderful.
Um,
All right. So let's find another situation where you help the client.
um, okay. I'm thinking of a situation with a woman who was very bright, had a lot of social skills, and had just an enormously debilitating alcoholism. She was a published author, she had a PhD, but she could not really do anything because she was always drunk.
Mm.
And I'm thinking I had a good conversation with her one day where I helped her to locate things that were working in her life, and
Mhm.
ways that she could feel good about herself. And I don't know how much good that did her overall, but but she was smiling by the end of the conversation, and so I think that helped her a little bit.
Wonderful. All right. Can you recall another time when you helped the client?
Yes, I recall one very difficult um, group situation where I was running a group. I don't even remember the topic, and one of the clients was very problematic and was disruptive. And I just said to him, "Okay, so it seems like maybe you're having some problems with the way I'm running the group. So let's have you run the group. Why don't you run the group your own self? It has to be on this topic." And he did it, and he was great, and he was thrilled that he could do that. And he came up to me afterwards, and he said, "That was the best thing ever. That was the best group I've ever had." And I said,
Wow.
you did it." And he was, he was very happy. And
Mhm.
yeah, that was maybe the best group interaction I ever had. And
Mhm.
um, yeah.
Great. All right. That's great. So let's end it here in a moment. So is there anything you want to say or ask here before we finish the session?
No, I think that seemed to me a very good session, and it seemed to release a lot of energy. So
Thank
that's
you.
good. Thank you.
Yeah, I thank you indeed for your kind of dedicated work here.
Thanks.
Right. So if anything, nothing else, I'll end here.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
End of session.
For more information or service, contact abilityonegroup.eu, deepclearing.org, rolfdane.com,